Mine Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. Remembering none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. And the title of the video, you'll get hurt with quant. So first and foremost, we'll get straight to it. We'll just look at Arkham Intelligence because that is what we're going to be looking at today. We can see quant price is tailing around that $103 mark. And in the last 24 hours, we're up 0.83% and down 1.77% in the last 7 days. Volume is up a bit from the past few days, which is 24 million, but we're down 24% in the last 30 days. And I think a lot of people are starting to feel the pressure and feeling the FUD because there's lots of fear, uncertainty, and doubt within the quant network and many others as well. And especially within the utility coin now, because obviously it's not sexy, it's not got that degenerate type of feeling around it, and obviously being older as well, sort of older and more mature within the market, people tend to move themselves towards things that are probably more prominent, being AI and gaming, which isn't a problem. You know, you just get yourself well positioned within those areas. But people are starting to ask questions about quant and where it's at, what it's likely to do in the next bull run. Now, I've seen a few videos where people are saying that they're going to offload their coins and get a better ROI with other coins. Do you know what? That's fair enough because that's the narrative at the moment. But what people need to remember with quant, it just takes one announcement, just one, with regards to its utility. And that's why I'm not trading quant. That's why I personally don't trade quant. Why? Because that one announcement could change literally everything. Now, what I'm going to do today is I want to show what's actually going on. Now, we've seen some really aggressive transactions from big wallets from the end of 2023 to the early 2024, where we've seen lots of wallets. Now, these are big wallets. And just recently, there hasn't really been any major transactions for me to report. But what I want to do is I want to show you these wallets. Now, as we can see here, this particular wallet is holding over $4 million worth of quant. So 41,000 quant. And as you can see here, literally towards the end of last year, there was aggressive transactions. And as we can see, it just rose all the way up. And we can see buys literally 2 months ago. I mean, excessive as well, like 2 months ago, 2 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And that all started, this particular wallet was stagnant from around about a year and then just started loading. And what we need to notice is these are just inflows. There are no outflows. As you can see, no outflows at all. So what is going on? These big bags are loading up and people getting bored. That they are slowly accumulating. And we can see exactly the same with this one. $2.5 million, just over, only holds quant. And as we can see, literally really started stacking 1 month ago and started accumulating quant. And again, we see no outflows. And I'm going to keep doing this as well. I want people to realize that they are quite aggressive at the moment with their transactions. With another one here, literally only holds quant, 42,000, $4.3 million. Again, aggressive around the end of the year and the start of this year. We can see here from 2 years ago. I mean, these could be licensed wallets, but they're actually accumulating a huge amount. So 3 months ago, all the way up until now. And again, we can see aggressive from here all the way up. Again, this is like a broken record. As we can see here, this particular wallet, nearly $1 million. Not a huge amount, but just over 9,000 quant. Again, started accumulated 2 months ago. Aggressively accumulating from this point. So the end of 2023 and continuing throughout. And again, what do we see? Another wallet, over $1 million. Started accumulating a month ago, so within the last 2 weeks has grabbed a few more. Nearly 10,000 quant. Look, aggressive transactions. And again, no outflows. And we'll do the next wallet. We've got another one, $1 million, holding nearly 10,000 quant. Similar, aggressive to over the last 2 months. So from the end of that run that we had in December. And then again, the last wallet I'm going to show you, nearly $4 million, holding 37,000 quant. And these are just a few wallets. So we see all the inflows, again, aggressive. 2 year hiatus, 2 months ago, bang, started to transact and build up and accumulate. Now, this is very important. And these are the wallets I follow because this can happen at any time. This aggressive accumulation, whilst they keep everything nice and boring, the sentiment really low, people fudding the hell out of it because it's not expected within crypto. What people want is these massive rushes, these huge hikes in price. But they're not seeing it with these utility coins. Why? Because in my eyes, they're the most valuable. They will slowly accumulate, which is so important for them. If they were to buy, they could easily buy the whole exchange, what's left on the exchange. But why would they do that? The price would go sky high, and therefore people would start selling off. So they just do it slowly. They do it slowly but surely. And this one, last buy was 6 days ago. Again, no outflows, none at all. They are storing these. And if we go over here, now I've talked about this before, the sideways price action area. One of the biggest differences between retail traders, that's us, and institutions, the amount of trading capital that we manage. Institutions have extreme amounts of capital, and because of this, they have a problem that we will never have. The problem is simply in having too much money. If they want to open a large trade unnoticed, they need a lot of time to enter their position. They intend to do it slowly, unnoticed, so nobody realizes what they are doing. If they succeed, they can enter their large positions without alerting other market participants and without moving the price too much. If, for example, a large institution like Citibank started buying vast amount of euros quickly and aggressively, it would start a lot of excitement, and the trend, in this case, the trend wouldn't be their friend because they would not be able to fully enter their large trading positions, and at least not for the prices they would like. For this reason, institutions need a lot of time to enter their big positions unnoticed. They try to appear as small investors who are randomly placing a lot of relatively small positions in the market. The only way they can slowly, discreetly accumulate their positions is in the sideways price action. There they can hide their activity perfectly. So this has a lot to do with quant, I believe, because everything that's going on, all the news, all the crumbs, all the information that people tend to boo-hoo because they're looking for that quick hit on price, which fair enough, I absolutely get it. But people will get hurt with quant because they will start selling off. Now, as I said, I listened to something yesterday about someone saying, well, it's a great project and I expect it to do really well, but I'm going to sell off some of my bag. Kind of depressing, really. But again, it's their choice. Because in my opinion, any news that comes out on quant could literally bolster that price really quickly. Because as we saw at Christmas, literally just they accumulated and bang, the price went straight up, the sentiment changed and everybody started buying. And that was over the Christmas period. So really, really important. Now, I've also got this other opinion that I don't believe necessarily the next bear market is going to be as volatile as one might think. If institutions start to adopt some of this technology, this fintech that's going to follow the narrative with regards to CBDCs and other tech, then these institutions are slowly going to continue buying and therefore reducing the volatility of the small retailer that we'll see with a lot of other coins. Now, if this is the case, people that are going to sell off in the next bull market may find that they can't buy back in because what the institutions are likely to do is literally go all in. And at that point, we might see a higher threshold, a balance where $1,000 may be the bottom for quant. And it may never come back down because of the tech and because of what we're likely to see. That's my only worry with lots of people saying, oh, I'm going to sell off at, whatever. But that's, again, that's up to them. This is not financial advice. I will do me, you do you. But like I say before, I have other bags that I will sell off that I don't believe have the longevity like quant does, that I'll make those ROIs. But I've positioned myself for quant for the future. Now, if we do see some huge prices in the near future, then maybe I might offload some. But in the meantime, I see quant strategically as a long-term hold. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sell any of it and try and then buy back in, because as I said, just one bit of news on quant could send it absolutely rocketing. And we know how quant works. It can go at any time, and it doesn't necessarily always follow the market. With everything you've seen, these wallets just accumulating, no outflows, I think we're going to see more and more of these. Now, that's only a handful of the wallets that I've shown you that I'm following. And to be fair, I don't listen to retailers because they're small money. I look at where the big money's going. I look at these market makers. I look at where that money is going and why it's going in there and ask the question, why are they not offloading any? Well, that's got to be the question that we got to ask. Now, why do you think they're not offloading any? And you might say, well, that's not huge money. As we've just said, that these big institutions are not likely to invest a huge amount of money into their positions right now. They do it slowly but surely, as to not move the price quickly. So that's just my thoughts. And like I said before, I think a lot of people will get hurt by quant because they will start getting bored. This retailer fatigue sets in, and they're seeing other coins run like hell, like the AI coins or the gaming coins or anything along those, the Web3 action. Again, I just position myself with some Web3 as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is happening? What do you think about these big wallets accumulating, holding, no outflows, building their positions? And also, we've got to remember within the last 2 years, we've seen 1 million quant leave exchanges. So, what are we likely to see in the next year or two? Are we going to see even more quant that we get to a point where there's a supply shock? Again, that's another reason, that could literally make quant go absolutely nuts. So there you go, guys. Slightly different one today. I just want to leave that with you. All the best, and I'll catch you later.